I recently joined. Probably a month ago now. Been here for a bit.
Good. I've just noticed Glenn has said that your beard has been blessed by Allah himself, which is very multicultural. Thank you, Glenn. Moving forward, particularly. Not rest of us all, don't worry, he's just being funny. Et voila. Captain of the team, not just of the team, but the Overwatch team, and not just any Overwatch team, the king of consoles, as I like to say, the PlayStation team. I salute you, my good sir, my good friend. Good to see you. I did say he was my brother from another color. I even forgot that you are on the PlayStation team, so that makes me even more happier. Moving a little bit further on as we move on to, I think we've dropped a few viewers just for that, but never mind. It's worth it. Moving forward on. How are you, Bunny Boo?
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you very much.
Good. I would just like to give props to the man who noticed my comb. Thank you very much in chat. Sorry, I just thought I'd be selfish about that. I got it with a beard straightener that I got, and I don't know where it is, but we'll talk about that another time.
The games I first started on was obviously the PlayStation 1, playing games like Metal Gear Solid, Dynasty Warriors, etc., and going through the ranks, and then slowly came onto the PC, and obviously get into the black hole of World of Warcraft. Obviously,
he's a PC slave. Oh my god!
I still play PlayStation now and again, but it is
you play both sides. Yes. Oh, you traitor! Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, I couldn't resist interrupting you. Please go ahead. Sorry, I'll let you finish. Then I'll insult you.
I have played a little bit on the Xbox. I have been on all of them, but I'm mainly PC Master Race. Just for shout out there.
That's okay. I'd say you're full of shit and clean yourself up, but I'm out of toilet paper. That's right. I got that ready for the current crisis that we're in.
I'm gone.
I'm using kitchen roll. Sorry, guys. No, sorry, I couldn't resist. What's the game that's top of your list right now? What's the game that you like to go when you want to play chill out at this moment in time?
Chill out right now. It's going to be a bit of an odd one, but Warzone. It's new, it's fresh, and I just enjoyed the Call of Duty aspect of it, but without all the special abilities that was in COD 4. But Warzone's just a bit more of a drop down section to that, and it's fun. You can rage and shout yourself. You get second life, but then you just die instantly in that, and you just come back in, parachute, death drop all the way down, and just break your legs. So it's fun.
Well, cool. I broke my legs again. Yay! Okay, awesome. Fair enough. I mean, as you guys know, I don't usually do the online gaming very well because I am crap at it. So that's pretty cool as long as people out there can relate to it. After you, we do have another another guest. He's a ghost now, but he's coming back to join us because, he loves to speak to us. Death has not stopped him from gaming. He is the social media manager. I'd like to welcome Joe Butler. Are you there, my good friend Joe?
Wait, am I not a ghost?
No, you're not a ghost. You're a very shit ghost. I can see you right now. You're not pale enough. I know you're white, but you're not pale enough to be ghostly. I get to say that because, I'm not pigmentally challenged. Having said that, moving forward onwards. Oh, I wonder how many people are going to bother to listen to this fight.
And yeah, like BeardedViking, I sent a message and the rest is history. I went through the recruitment and yeah. I'm here.
No, it's not Patrick Swayze who ever said that, you dumb, uncultured swine. Leave Patrick Swayze out of this.
I'm curious, what is your least favorite social media to use?
Twitter. I have to say Twitter. I think the reason I picked Twitter is because it's so popular and there's so much going on, and so it's just so hard to keep up with sometimes. But yeah, if I have to pick out of the four we use, it's definitely Twitter.
I would not have expected the reason to be it's the most popular one, but sorry, go ahead, Joe. It's only the one everybody goes to. Let's avoid that because it's really annoying.
It's portable.
Everybody make that appropriate noise. Ooh. What type of music do you like to have playing in the background to hype you up, or do you have music at all to help you hype up?
It depends on the situation. I used to listen to music all the time before I started streaming on Facebook. But with the Elgato, it's a little bit difficult to stream music as you have to turn off some certain stuff. But that being said, when I'm playing competitively without streaming, I probably listen to a lot of very trashy metal, heavy metal. There's Viking metal, I'm on a bar.
No, Viking, really?
Yeah,
Get
no, right?
out.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
But my taste in music varies as well. Like sometimes I'll listen to heavy dubstep, right?
Oh, damn.
Stuff as well. So it depends on the game, depends on my mood.
No, that's fair enough. I guess the same with everybody, really.
Yeah,
I mean, at the beginning... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just destroying my table. Just for your entertainment, guys. Sorry. I mean, at the beginning, I was a really hardcore hip-hop fan. Now hip-hop, oh my God, it's just so embarrassing. So I've moved away from that, and I've recently found a little taste for electro swing, which is kind of funny. I never thought I'd go that way. Move over to the other guys. I mean, Josh E, I call you Josh E because I get you confused with the other Joshes. That's why it's Josh E. Everybody else wondering why I'm calling him Josh E. It's a bit obvious too. What about you when it comes to your games? Do you have any sort of like hardcore music going around, some rock music? What's going on in your ears?
If I'm just playing casually, I'm probably playing some heavy metal rock music. It's always been a thing for me. It's just gets you in the mood and gets you hyped up. But if I'm playing competitively, I want my mind clear, the comms clear, and so I can listen to the finer details. So competitively, I don't listen to anything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right, of course, because you got to hear the surroundings around you. You got to hear if people are playing, right? Of course, that's when you're in the moment, right? So, of course,
yeah.
Oh, that's fair enough.
But casual, it's definitely rock, heavy metal, and sometimes a little bit of dub, just to get me a bit more in the mood when I'm playing a fast-paced game.
I got a guy here who said a comment that he listens to UK grime, which is pretty cool. I never expect that people want to listen to UK grime while they're gaming. I find that a little bit more distracting for me. But then again, each to their own. I mean, what about you, Joe? What you got when it comes to listening to games in the background?
I'm going to side with Danny on this one because I actually listen to UK grime rap.
Get out.
I genuinely do. I mean, I don't game competitively as such now. I mean, I game to win, but I don't game competitively.
Isn't that the same thing? Competitively, you just want to win the damn game.
Yeah, but I'm not.
I don't play competitively. No, I just want to kick everyone's ass.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah. But yeah, no, I listen to grime UK rap. That's my go-to. I've been in love with rap ever since I can remember, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's something about the way the lyrics are structured that switches me on and keeps me intrigued, but it keeps me going. So yeah.
Fair enough. Who's your favorite artist then? Oh, sorry, Viking. I've cut you off. What were you going to say?
Yeah, I was actually just going to ask the same question.
Oh,
there we go. Great mind, great beards, and great minds. Go ahead, Joe.
So, if no one has heard of him, go and check him out. It's Dave. Dave is a UK grime artist. He's fairly new on the scene, but my God, he's my go-to guy.
Isn't he the one who did I don't want to hear no words, I don't want to talk? Is that the guy?
Yeah. Yes, that's the one.
That's the guy. Yeah. He's actually pretty high. He's all right. Yeah, I like
it. Dave, is that the guy that made a song with AJ Tracy as well?
Yes.
AJ Tracy
or something like that.
Yeah, it was what was he at the Brit Awards a couple of weeks ago? He did that live show about Black Lives Matter, I believe it was. And it was he absolutely, that live performance, really sold it for me as an artist. That it's not just this package of he can produce music, he can actually go out there and perform as well. So
he's not gimmicky, right? He's actually the real deal.
He's the full package,
Right. It's not like a one-hit wonder or anything. Awesome. Going round. I mean, I asked the question to the other guys as well. What about you, Josh E?
For me, I don't really have a favorite band. It's more songs. Favorite.
Well done. You can talk.
I got it in the end.
Tomorrow we'll do maths. Go ahead. Sorry, Josh.
Have you ever heard of a band called Necrogoblicon?
No.
That's a made-up word.
No,
it's made up.
There we go, Joe. Well done. Sorry, Viking. Go ahead. We just had to refer to the Avengers there. Go ahead, Joe. And the song request, and the song that I go to is... Anybody know?
Barbie Girl.
That's the second song. This one is the one I go to, just to annoy everybody.
Later, bitches.
No one? You haven't heard this one? You guys haven't heard that in your stream? Then I haven't been in your stream, and I do apologize. Let me know, and I will drop by, and you will hear that song. The big Z-Bear has joined your stream. I'm so lonely. Please be my friends. Well, my go-to RPG was Final Fantasy. We spoke about this last week. And everybody knows that the remake is coming out next month, Final Fantasy VII. and I'm a bit ticked off because I paid £5 down payment to the shop game in order so I can get the freaking pre-order because they talked me into it, and now the damn store's shut, so I gotta wait a little bit longer until freaking Final Fantasy VII comes into my hands, which is a pain in my left butt cheek, but I will survive, just like I've survived without toilet paper for a week. Having said that, moving on, what I'd like to talk about is the remake. That's a hell of a segue, isn't it? The idea of the remakes in industry now. So we got Resident Evil 2 is remade. They're doing Resident Evil 3. Final Fantasy 7's come out. Things like that. They're bound to do more. What are your opinions, be they positive or negative, about these remakes?
Positive, all the way. I mean, who doesn't want to play a classic game? And if it's remastered to, the standards graphics are at nowadays, then who isn't going to want to play a classic game? And just relating back to the marketing side of things, it's already marketed. It did all its marketing years ago, so now bringing it back out, all they have to do is say, look, we're bringing this out this date, be there and buy it, and people will. So, it's a win-win for the company. Us as gamers, because we get to play the classics, and company because they get to earn twice the money on it.
It's like newer games out now are just a remake of all the classics that have been done with just enhanced graphics. So why not just bring the old games back, which are not so good graphic wise, and just resell them, rebrand them? And as Joe was saying, they've marketed themselves over the years, and people are still playing them because even if it's not on newer consoles, they're playing them on emulators. And the emulators aren't great, but if we can bring them out on the new consoles, the graphics are there, people are going to rebuy them, and they're going to be able to play them in the full glory again. Yeah,
no. Also, somebody just dropped there a comment saying that we should have Simpsons Hit and Run. I am indifferent to that opinion. I mean, it was cool. I guess it was pretty cool, but it was limited in terms of gameplay standards nowadays. You know what I think? It's awesome, but it's Simpsons, really. The Simpsons sold it more than the game. First things first, Final Fantasy VII's coming back. The one thing I'm hoping, again, I'm bringing it back, is that they don't change the soundtrack. Because for me, out of all of the Final Fantasies, Final Fantasy VII had the most kick-ass soundtrack, especially the boss music. Have you guys ever played Final Fantasy VII? You know the boss music?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. I mean, I've got it here right now. I just got to play it for our guys as well. You remember that? Doesn't that just take you right back? I can remember being 11 years old and that playing there, and I'm thinking, that's it. I sit forward in my chair, controller up here, like, come on, you son of a, I'm going to take you on. And it's turn-based, so it's not exactly like you're doing anything. It just makes you feel awesome. That's it, right?
Yes, I've been watching the Formula One virtual racing that they've been doing with actual F1 races, and it's weird to see them outside of their natural environment because they're amazing Formula One drivers in person, but putting in that virtual reality, they get absolutely stomped by those guys who play that game constantly. So it's weird to see them adapting from reality to virtual and just seeing the big difference in what's happening and how they're coping with that. But overall, it's fairly fun to see.
I mean, I haven't seen how they play. How is it? Is it the VR headset and the actual rig, or is it just on a controller? What is it?
Some people play with the rigs, but some people play with the controllers, but those who are like top end play with like 3 screens, so they've got like 240 to 180 degree view, and they're sat like in they create like their own chassis with a steering wheel and the pedals, and they use it like that, so it's like first person view for them. So
is that what they did for? Sorry to interrupt you. Is that what they did for this particular virtual racing that you were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. God, that must have been quite expensive to do that.
Yeah.
But then people logged on, people watched it, right? People enjoyed the racing, if I'm correct, right?
There was plenty of people on there that was enjoyed it, and it was fairly good to watch. It was very enjoyable.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is the time for esports to shine. There's no other sports, right?
I think 3 to 4 days ago, if I read correctly, there was actually an esports match between Lennox Lewis and Joe Frazier. I don't know if you guys heard about it. And Joe Frazier won in the virtual world. And then Lennox Lewis jumps on the Twitter and says, hey, congratulations to the guy. You knocked me down and I couldn't get up. Well, you didn't have a say in the matter, Lennox. You were just sitting there watching the damn thing happening. Right? But I think if I'm correct, 500,000 people logged on just to watch that happen. How cool is that, right?
See, I think some people have found esports because there's no sports, and I don't think some people are going to stay. You never know. Maybe thousands or even millions will stay. You never know, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, the people who are just calling us losers, we stay inside and play games all day. And now they're joining us and just like, can you shift up, please? I'd like to join in. Do you have an extra controller? Here you go. And we're like pointing, like, ha ha ha. You see? Just see why we love video gaming.
Do we have the best platform to play on? So which console, if it's PC, Xbox, PS4, and what would you say is the best console and why? I think we covered
I think they know what answer I have. That's why they're asking that question. I tell you what, for peace of mind and for peace in the room, I will shut my mouth and I'll let you guys go at it.
So mine's easy. If I'm picking a console, I like to stick with Microsoft. It's what I know. It's what works, and in my opinion, the Xbox S and the X, to put it politely, pisses all over the PlayStation 4. Sorry, I've got something in my throat.
Oh, what a result! I've got something under my fingernail as well. Would you look at that?
But yeah, no.
For me, it's obviously going to be the PC, just because of the years I've played on it, but just the amount that you can change on a game with emulators, etc., that you don't have on consoles. I just feel like you can bring that something extra, whether it's a reskin or an extra customizable DLC that you can add in there that you can't have on the consoles. I just think the PC just sort of tips it for me, and obviously the graphics are obviously up there with or surpass those that have that on the console.
I agree to a certain degree. Yeah, you can do a lot more with PC, mods and stuff. But I think the next gen consoles are gonna bridge that gap really well. And I'm always, PS4. You gotta keep PlayStation, man.
One thing we can all agree, that there is no such thing as a serious mobile gamer. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did.
On that note, moving on to the next question.
Yeah, let's move on quickly.
What do you feel like the future platform is for game streaming? Is it Twitch, Mixer, Facebook, YouTube? What do you guys think is going to be paving the way moving forward?
Oh, it's Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely Facebook. It's still in its young stage, and they are constantly working to make it better. But everybody uses Facebook, right? Everybody, what do you do when you're bored? You
log on to Facebook, right? Yeah.
Sitting on the toilet, on Facebook. You're constantly on Facebook, and the system for it, when you're streaming on Facebook, when you share it. It's easy, right? You stay on the same app. Click on the link. You're on the same app, that you've been using, right? So even if you're not constantly, I don't hang out on Twitch. I don't hang out on Mixer. I don't, it's just the whole marketing thing. It was really smart for them to start the streaming service for sure.
For me, even though I do stream on Twitch, and I do like Twitch, from seeing some people that have gone onto Facebook, the reach that they're getting on Facebook, even if it's not someone viewing, it's someone just scrolling past them on their first stream, on their reach to over like 11k. And you wouldn't get anything like that on Twitch because you're at the bottom of the pile. You've got to work your way up on that. If you're liking certain games on Facebook, like for example Apex Legends, Call of Duty, League of Legends, Rainbow Six, and you're liking that, and you're streaming that, them games will appear in that feed. So for me, Facebook, as you've been saying, has that reach, and you're able to grab a lot more people's attention, even if it's just a case of they pop by for a couple of seconds. You're getting that view and you're getting that engagement.
Yeah, and then take that into account too for the 3 or to 5 seconds view. That's all in your insights. It's really crazy what they take into account. So just somebody stopping by, like, hey, here's a like, here's a follow, here's a share, catch you later, right? That all matters for them, and I think it's a really good business plan on their part for sure.
How do you guys feel about cross-platform games? Yay or nay? And if nay, you upset me.
Nay.
You upset
Next
me.
question. I like you want us to say nay. Of course we're going to say nay.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're just asking for the nay.
You're just asking for trouble. Oh, please don't shoot me. It will hurt.
What are you going to do? Stab me?
Don't insult me. Yeah, remember that news piece? When did that happen? Did that happen stateside or England? I can't remember. One of the two. We were just as messed up as each other. I think it was UK side it happened. This guy, what are you going to do? Stab me? And he stabbed him. No. What are you going to do? Say nay? Of course we're going to say nay.
Yeah.
Off your sod. But all right, let's try and answer it seriously. Anybody have an opinion on that?
Yes. As much as I am super excited about cross-platform, I feel that PC has an unfair advantage with the mouse and keyboard, and I know a lot of console players will agree. But like playing Warzone, like most of the times I'm getting killed by PC players because they just have that snap that we don't have with the joystick.
Yeah. No, exactly. No, because of they move faster with the mouse, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Right. All right. What about you guys?
I'm for it. I like crossplayer. You're not just playing with the same bunch of people on the same platform.
You were going to say something else, weren't you? Something a little bit more impolite.
I sort of remembered.
What's that about Xbox? Huh? Say that again.
No, but I like it. I like the fact that you can play with people on different consoles. It sort of takes away that rivalry, but done at the same time. So you're not having to all get the same consoles to play with on the same games with your friends. And that's my aspect of it. Anyway, I just like.
So it just opens you to a whole new world.
Yeah.
All right, Aladdin, sing the song. What about you, Joshy? Don't do it, Viking. Don't.
For me,
keep your masculinity. Don't do it.
For me, I'm the exact same. I to be honest, like the cross-platform because I'm able to play with friends who necessarily don't have maybe enough money to build a PC that's able to play the games.
Is that us, the console peasants? Is that who you're talking about?
Not so much peasants, but yes. They're a lot. In a way, they're cheaper, for example, for people who don't have the £800 or so to spend on a PC, and the cross-platforming just makes it easy, and you can just play with friends that you've never been able to do on the games that you didn't think. So for me, it's bringing the communities together and just bringing people together no matter what platform. And I think more people should do it, but obviously give you the option to yay or nay to cross-platform when you're playing the games like you can do. Do it like Marvel or DC? And
I was going to say, I couldn't read that. Go ahead.
Ruin his life.
Okay, ruin his life.
Marvel.
Anybody?
Marvel. Absolutely Marvel.
Uh-huh.
Nothing else. DC, if you look at maybe comic-wise, I'm maybe more of a DC fan in the comics, but in terms of what Marvel have done in the MCU, the DC might as well just take a back seat and just watch.
Take a bow.
Yeah. Just take a back seat and watch Marvel relish.
The only decent DC for me would have been Aquaman. That is the only decent DC. Other than that, it's Marvel all the way.
Yeah.
Damn, son. Viking? He's got a Deadpool painting on the back wall. I wonder.
It depends, right?
Uh-huh.
If we're talking movies, Marvel all the way. DC movies, they were all right.
There aren't any DC movies. Move on.
Yeah, we'll just forget those. Comic books, though. There are certain superheroes that I like on Marvel. Deadpool being one of them.
Chief.
Yeah, obviously. But they're, I don't know. Marvel?
You're just waiting to see if somebody attacks you for saying Marvel or DC. It's like Marv, and then somebody freaking Homer Simpson breaks in and says, "What about my comics?" No, not Homer Simpson. Sorry, Hellboy. Oh God, how do I get Simpson and Hellboy mixed up? My dumbass. My absolute dumbass. Oh jeez.
Just imagine Homer with the giant hand.
I'm gonna shoot you. Oh jeez. I'd like to apologize to all Simpsons fans. That's a genuine apology. Me, you know what it is, right? Because we grew up at a time before MCU. So when you looked at your Cartoon Networks and whatever was being on the cartoon channels when you were growing up, Who was the cartoon crusader that you were watching? It was Batman, right? It was Batman #1. So that was it. Maybe you had X-Men. Maybe you had, that was it really. You had X-Men and that was it. But mainly, chief amongst them was the Batman. Batman ruled then. And then obviously Batman got the movies done. You had your original, what was his name? Michael Keaton, I think it is, who became the first Dark Batman that spawned the series of Dark Batman, right? So from then with Joker, Jack Nicholson. Right? It's Michael Keaton, isn't it? I think. Yeah. If anybody can correct me, make sure I got the right name for the actor who played that lead. And then after that, of course, you had your Val Kilmer, and then you had Christian Bale, etc. So they've got Batman down to a T. Then MCU kicked off. Who kicked off MCU? Blade. Guys, think back. Before, every time they tried to do a Marvel movie, they destroyed it, they murdered it, they slaughtered it. They wouldn't even eat the remains. So then finally, they made Blade. And Wesley Snipes, he killed Blade. He unfortunately destroyed Blade 3, Blade Trinity. Let's imagine that wasn't made. But Blade 1 and Blade 2 gave the Marvel Universe its hope because people were watching it. You know, Blade 2 is arguably one of my most favorite movies. Right? The cheesiness of Wesley Snipes being as hard-ass as he was made it. Right? And then because of that, people thought, right, that's it. We'll make the Spider-Mans. And then after the Spider-Mans, Iron Man. And off we go, the world we have today. Right?
Spider-Man.
Incredible
and then Spider-Man.
And then Spider-Man. And then another Spider-Man. And then we're going to lose him again. And we're going to another Spider-Man. But then, having said that, but it works, right? People go to watch Spider-Man. But having said that, what I think DC you were doing wrong they were copying Marvel. They weren't sticking to their roots of staying dark. They weren't sticking to their roots of being, gnarly, if you like. Because look, when they did Joker, right, the first movie to hit $1 billion without even logging into the Chinese market. All the other movies that hit the billions logged into the Chinese market somehow or another, right? Yeah. So Joker, as dark as it was, made it. So with your Justice League, the movie that came out, obvious we didn't have the journey with the individual heroes, so we couldn't attach ourselves emotionally to their journey, right? So it didn't matter anything. However, yes, MCU in terms of the video cinematic world, they rule. DC for me rule the comics as well as the cartoons that they make, the feature-length cartoons. Only last week I watched Red Sun. I don't know if if you guys are ever really bored. If you go into Google Play, I rented it from there, the Red Sun. And a whole new story about Superman who crashes into the Soviet Union, and there's an alternate world universe there. And I am never failed to be amazed by whatever DC do when it comes to the comics, the feature lengths. And the one I actually have saved, I actually bought, was Batman and Harley Quinn, because that was hilarious. If you guys haven't seen it, you guys have got to watch it. It's so funny. It's so ridiculously funny. And the way they take the mick out of Batman and Robin and their relation, not even Robin, sorry, Nightwing. It's awesome. So I don't know if we've ruined his world or not, but yeah, it was a healthy discussion. Marvel or DC.
Do you think VR will get anywhere near to realistic?
Oh, geez, Louise, I was going to bring it over to VR as well, and I forgot. Thank you very much, Bunny Boo, for bringing up the VR. I'll step back, let you guys talk first, because I've already talked 4 legs of a donkey.
Anyone?
Don't all talk at the same time, goddamn.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I've recently been on one of the new VR systems. I say recently, last month, my uncle's got one, and sometimes you can forget that you're in a game. That's the quality that they're at now. You can be wandering. You're with a controller. You're not physically moving, but you're walking through this forest, and you're thinking, "Jesus, I'm actually." I have to remember I'm in a video game here, and the 360 the view. It's just, I think they will. And as technology grows, it can only get better. As anything, it will only ever get better, and eventually they will be able to be 2020 vision virtual reality gaming, which is ideal. That's what
things can only get better. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I just thought of that song when you said that. Things can only get better. Really, hit the song.
They do have the machines that you can strap yourself in, and it has like the
whole rig, right?
The bowl or whatever it is, so you actually move with your character. There's a VR arcade type thing where I live, and they have that big machine, right? So you have the gun, the VR. You can actually you walk, and your character walks. You crouch, it crouches. So most of your movements are already quite realistic now, and I heard not too long ago. I'm not sure how true it is, but that they're actually inventing a bodysuit right now for you to be able to feel certain things that you feel in game.
Yeah, I read that too.
Yeah, I think it's like with an electric shock or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you get shot, it's like a little,
you actually get shot.
Yeah.
The video game producers come around your house and hide while you got the VR gear on. Oh, we got shot in the head. Goodbye. Bang.
Yeah, you're just strapped there, and there's just like 1,000 guns around you. So wherever you get shot, it's
you actually get shot.
It's the one last greatest game. 10 years from now, this is my official prediction. If the world is not done and dead,
you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. If we survive, listen to the Vikings.
If we survive, the virtual reality, I feel that some people will actually live in the virtual reality, right?
You know what? Yeah, I bet they will. People are nuts like that. Go ahead. Whatever scale, whether you're a 1 or a 10, you're part of the wolf pack. Or a -4, depending on how bad it is. Having said that, I don't know why my wife puts up with me. She's -3. And we go on to... Oh, would you look at that? I got a text message. She wants a divorce. And she's taking half of my PlayStation.
Just a PlayStation.
No, I just got the PlayStation 2. I wonder why my comedy career didn't take off. Oh my God, the Alpha! All hail the Alpha! All hail the Alpha! Josh, show some respect. There we go. Good boy. Alpha, how does he do?
I'm all right. How is everyone?
We're good.
Yeah, we're not too bad.
I'm not too bad.
I've got an itch between my toes, but other than that, yeah, awesome.
What we on with now? I just thought I'd pop by and see how everybody is.
Oh yes, we're behaving ourselves. We promise.
That's good. That's good. What's the question? Well, I just heard my name, so I just thought I'd join and surprise you guys more than anything.
All right, so that's how we know. So instead of going into the bathroom and crying out Bloody Mary 3 times, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever know, just cry out Alpha's name and then he will pop up in your game. Alpha. Ah!
Yeah.
I just want everyone to go and follow the social media groups, please. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Give us a like, a share, make my job a little bit easier. Keep the boss man happy. But yeah, please, just help share our name,
Just to jump in there, I want to give a big shout out to Joe actually, because our Instagram, I'm not social media illiterate. I'll be honest with you. Twitter, don't use it. I think it's trash. I'll be honest with you.
We had that conversation a while ago. I don't know if you know, Alpha.
Yeah, I'm aware. Instagram, I've got my own Instagram, but I couldn't find the time to do it myself because we're doing a lot myself. And obviously Joe has been the perfect person filling in. And in just short of a week, we have got an extra 600 followers on Instagram. So massive round of applause to Joe, because obviously your hard work there has made us grow from 200 to 800. So yeah, big shout out there, bro.
Wow.
It's not all me, Joe. It's the team around me as well. So maybe a shout out to the marketing team and management as well, because you guys do things.
How adorable. He's being modest. In the back of his mind is saying, it's all me, you horrible people. Sorry, go ahead, Alpha.
That was a very political answer.
Diplomacy. Did they teach diplomacy in the social marketing degree?
Well.
Oh, jeez. Au revoir, my good friends.
Walls, yeah, throw me to the walls, throw me to the walls, yeah, throw me to